You often have noticed that losers don't pull back from a worse condition. In fact, they make themselves retain into it. They accommodate with the condition. They don't resist. They don't revolt. They don't fight back, but they accept the condition. It is a hard truth of life. And the only difference between a winner and a loser. It gets really painful when you see yourself giving up every time. When you think you are so close to your target, suddenly something goes wrong, you miss it, and you scream, "I missed this time again." You get deprived of setbacks that you don't want to try again and again. You want to quit. You think of leaving the work in the middle and think of skipping success. Repetitive failures, the pain of struggle in work without any benefit, the long journey of sacrifice makes your way more tough, more hard, more raw, more stuff. And when you are giving your best, trying your level best, working hard and keeping yourself positive, but every time you try a new step, it brings the same result, a big label on you of failure. You count success as being limited to your dreams and goals. You work towards it, but every time you get closer, you find yourself further away. You get to be short-sighted, not because you have faced several failures, but by the way success is meant to you. The way you define it, keeping it limited to your dream and goals. Your possessiveness overpowers what you see, and what amuses you is the goal. Every time you are called a loser, a failure, and these thoughts are making a hole inside your faith, your hope, your conviction and your trust. You want to keep this mess away, but you can't. You begin a task, it looks easy, but later you fail. You think, "I will win," but you lose. You are trying hard, struggling, but you end up giving up. And you think, "Why it's with me?" I know it's really hard to forget the hard work, the struggle, the hustle, and the pain of sacrifice. That one thing which was your lifeline and which means everything to you. When you see yourself stepping up, suddenly you fall. You lose. This pain touches everything. You skip taking meals. You skip your sleep, you skip your comfort, and even you skip your work, which was your lifeline, and just cause of failure. It just changed your life from a winner to a loser, from a famous guy to a no-one guy, from a hardworking to a hopeless one. You see someone successful who is having all the fun which you dream of, thing which fascinates you, the life which you dream of. But the reality checks makes you wake up and you find yourself digging a hole in the bushes. When you face such a hustle, then the setbacks don't be a barrier of pain on your way. In fact, they bring the best out of you. They evoke the person inside you who was hustling, who was feeling pain, who was giving up. who be consistent with its goal, who is giving its best every time he gets failed. He tries to give up his best shot even after failures on a failures. There is some deep hope and faith inside you, which is pushing you forward, making you move to keep on doing the task. Even if you fail not once or twice, but countless times. You know this too, that if there is a way to success, then it is it. Do not give up hope and do not surrender to failures. When you feel weak, you make the biggest mistake of feeling the pain of setbacks, which lets you down to a loser again. But if you don't give a shit about it, you walk away, then you make the best move of years. You show the opponent to life, to problems and to dreams, look, I'm getting closer towards you. I'm not a one-night guy, but my words are my commitment. Mark my lines. The problems with dreaming big is that you don't have to work hard. But the primary thing is self-belief. When you dream, it is your belief, your conviction, which makes it a big or small. It categorizes it. When you desire something, you work hard for it. But when you conceive it deeply, more than yourself, it makes the change. It changes the whole story. Your perseverance matters. Your obsession changes the game, brother. A belief can make a blind man cross a street alone with himself. Belief has such a power in it. It is natural when you are going through the worst phase of your life, when everything that comes your way is a struggle and hustle. Then you uncover many new things about you. You see a new face of yours every day, every morning. You find a new thing about yourself. The struggle in hard times shows you how to respond not only to problems, but to the surrounding. It is a hard truth, but a truth. When you are going through hell, nobody bothers you. The guy who used to hang around you can't be seen anymore now. And this truth of life you experience when you face a bad time. But this phase lets you test your endurance too. You get the wisdom in yourself about picking people. This phase lets you know the guy who says yes every time for you are not the right choice. But you realize critics too matters. They are important too in your life. When it's been a long journey for you to move along with pain and sacrifice. When the thirst for success is your lifeline, then you should remember that there is one thing in your hand, and which is to work, and while so, you should give your 100%. As you don't know about the result, is there anyone who says out loud that he is sure about the result of his work? No one can say this. You have to believe. When we have one thing in our hand, and which is to perform our duty honestly, then we should do that only. When we confront that success doesn't matter to us, But the journey matters, the process matters, the grid matters. Then you make sense. Then you let the world know that someone big guy is coming who is not concerned about success but is keen on its process. So when life is going on a roller coaster ride and you find yourself stuck in between this, then your belief matters, brother. It is that thing which takes you out from the illusion and you confront that something big is gonna happen in your life and you work on to it.